holding now, approaching the Yontiv of Purim. Everyone's familiar with the story. Klal Yisrael, under a decree of death, annihilation, from Haman and Achashverosh, do tshuva, and nisim happen, miracles, hidden miracles. V'anechi haster aster ponai, a remez to the nisim of Purim in the Torah, to the Megillah in the Torah. Hester ponim, a time of Hester ponim, and yet still nisim happen. That's what Purim is. Pasuk says, Al kein koru layomim ha'ela Purim al shem ha'pur. The name Purim, this Yontiv, Purim, is called that because of the lottery that Haman cast on which day to carry out his decree to kill the Yidden. An obvious question is, why should we call it Purim? Something which is l'chayra incidental, very by the way, the means through which Haman picked a day. And that now becomes the name of the Yontiv. Why is that? We find another Yontiv in the Jewish cycle, in the yearly cycle, which also is something which is a lead-up. All the other Yom Tovim, Rosh Hashanah, exactly what it is, the beginning of the year. Yom Kippur, the day of Kapara. Pesach, the Rebbeinu Shalom was Pesach, jumped over the houses of the Yidden in Mitzrayim. Sukkot, the Rebbeinu Shalom brought us out in Mitzrayim, housed us in Sukkot. But Shavuos is weeks. What weeks are we referring to? And the obvious answer is that those are the weeks of Sfiras HaOmer, starting off from the second day of Pesach, going until that Yontiv of Chag HaAtzeres. Shavuos, what we call Shavuos. But why call it the weeks? Why call it that? In every siyum, we say, Heimam anachnu amelim v'heim amelim. Anachnu amelim v'makablim schar. V'heim amelim v'einam makablim schar. We work and they work. We work and we gain out of it. They work and they don't gain. Chavetz Chaim asks, what does it mean that they work and they don't gain? You go to work, you make money, of course you gain. And the Chavetz Chaim answers, is that of course, a person goes to work, shoemaker, makes a pair of shoes, doctor, practices medicine, he does what he has to do, he makes money. But what will be if somebody would go and work and create that which he's working for, and at the end of the day, it didn't work out. Nobody bought the shoes. At the end of the day, nobody hired him to be his doctor, to be his dentist. What schar does he have? And the answer would be nothing. For the amelus, there's no schar. When it comes to Klal Yisrael, anachnu amelim u'makablim schar. For the amelus itself, we're makabel schar. Because when it comes to Torah, Torah is not just what we come out with, but it's the amelus in Torah, and that's the ikar. La'asik b'divrei Torah is the bracha that we make, because the mitzvah is being asik b'divrei Torah. Avada we want to be machavin ali b'dehilchasa, avada we want to come out with amita shel Torah. But the point of what we're doing and what we are doing is being asik b'divrei Torah. Anachnu amelum u'makablim schar for the amelus. Shavuos, the point isn't, obviously the point is the Kabbalah HaTorah. But we want to bring out that the Shavuos, that the Hachana for Kabbalah HaTorah is also an Ikar. That's what we have to work on. Purim, the Yisayid of Purim, Kimu v'Kiblu. Kimu masha Kiblu Kvar. It was a new Kabbalah HaTorah, the Gemara tells us, of Purim. And that is a Yisayid that comes out from the Hakara of all the Nisim, is not just to be happy with the Nisim, but it has to engender in us that a kiyum of what we were already makabel is Kabbalah Satera. Chazal, the Pasuk brings that out, that the yontiv of Purim is called Purim, the catalyst which brings us to this yontiv. That's also part of it. That's also an ikr to it. Not just the final result, but even that which brings us to it. That's what we call Purim, the yontiv of Purim. We should take a bizeicha, l'kayim ma shekiblu kvar.